How many people actually have $2 million saved for retirement in this year of 2026? The answer is far fewer than you would ever imagine. As we stand here today, the financial landscape has shifted, and the old benchmarks of success no longer provide the security they once did. According to the latest data from the Federal Reserve, just 1.8% of households in the United States have managed to set aside $2 million or more in their dedicated retirement accounts. That means more than 98% of the people you see every day are falling short of this critical milestone. It is a startling reality that most hardworking individuals will spend 40 years in the workforce and still reach their 60s with a sense of deep financial anxiety. In this video, we are going to pull back the curtain on why this happens to so many good people, and we will reveal the surprisingly simple math that allows a tiny fraction of households to break through. We are not talking about luck or winning the lottery. We are talking about a specific set of choices and a deep understanding of how money actually works in the final chapters of a career. Before we dive into the data and the strategy, please take a moment to hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. Your support helps us share these important financial truths with more people who truly need to hear them. Also, feel free to leave a comment below about your biggest concern regarding retirement in today's economy. Now, let us start with the most dangerous illusion in the world of personal finance. For decades, we have been told that our home is our greatest asset. And while owning a home is a magnificent achievement, for many people in 2026, it has become a golden cage. Many households appear wealthy on paper because the value of their property has skyrocketed over the last few years. But here is the hard truth that the bank will not tell you. Home equity does not pay the grocery bills, and it does not cover the rising costs of healthcare. You cannot take a piece of your kitchen cabinet or a section of your drywall to the store to buy what you need. True retirement readiness does not come from the roof over your head. It comes from liquid invested assets. It comes from money that is parked in 401k plans, IRA accounts, and brokerage funds that generate actual cash flow. The 1.8% of people who reach the $2 million mark understood this distinction early on. They focused on building a portfolio that produces income rather than just holding on to a piece of real estate that requires constant maintenance and taxes. If you have $1 million in home equity, but only $50,000 in the bank, you are not wealthy. You are simply a caretaker for a very expensive asset. The gap between paper wealth and spendable wealth is the primary reason why so many people feel broke even when their net worth looks high. This is what we call being house rich and cash poor. In an era of high inflation and unpredictable markets, having your wealth locked behind brick and mortar is a strategic vulnerability. Now, let us talk about the math of reaching $2 million from where you are right now. At first glance, this number feels like a mountain that is impossible to climb, especially if you are starting later in life. But when you break it down, the path is actually built on small, consistent actions and the incredible power of time. If someone were starting with nothing today, they would need to invest roughly $14,000 per year over a period of 36 years to surpass $2 million. This assumes an average inflation-adjusted return of 7%, which is consistent with the long-term history of the stock market. That breaks down to about $1,170 per month. For the median household, that is roughly 16 to 17% of their total income. If you start at age 30, you hit the mark by your mid-60s. But what if you are already 50 or 55 and you are nowhere near that goal? This is where the concept of the second million becomes so vital to understand. Most people struggle because they focus only on the first million. They do not realize that the first million is the hardest and the slowest part of the journey. Reaching that first million feels like pushing a heavy boulder up a steep hill. Your own contributions are doing almost all of the work, while the interest feels like a tiny drop in the bucket. In the beginning, you might be contributing $500 a month and seeing only $5 in returns. It is frustrating, and it is the reason why most people quit before the magic happens. But once you cross that first $1 million threshold, the game changes completely. Your money begins to work harder than you do. In a typical year with an average market return, A $1 million portfolio can grow by $100,000 without you adding a single penny. That is the tipping point where compounding takes over the heavy lifting. The journey from 1 million to 2 million usually takes only about 7 or 8 years, whereas the first million might have taken 25 years. The acceleration is mind-blowing when you see it in your own account. At this stage, your portfolio becomes a self-sustaining engine. It grows while you sleep. It grows while you are on vacation, and it grows regardless of your employment status. But the reason 98% of people never see this acceleration is because they stop too soon. They get frustrated in the early years when the growth looks like a flat line, or they fall victim to what we call lifestyle creep. In 2026, the pressure to look successful is higher than it has ever been. We see our neighbors with brand new luxury electric vehicles and massive home renovations. Social media feeds us a constant stream of curated luxury that makes us feel inadequate. We feel the urge to upgrade our phones every single year and take extravagant vacations that we cannot truly afford. Every time our income goes up, our expenses rise to meet it. We move into a bigger house, buy a nicer car, and start dining at more expensive restaurants. This is the silent killer of retirement dreams, because it robs your future self to pay for a temporary thrill today. The small percentage of people who reach $2 million are usually the ones who chose to drive dependable used cars for a decade. They are the ones who lived in a house that was slightly below their means so they could feed their investment accounts instead of their ego. They understood that true success is not about what you buy, it is about what you keep. Financial peace of mind is a luxury that no brand name watch or fancy car can ever provide. As we look at the reality of 2026, we must also consider the role of Social Security. The average benefit today is roughly $1,900 per month. For a couple, that provides about $46,000 per year. While that is a helpful foundation, it was never intended to be the entire house. Living on Social Security alone in this economy is a recipe for a very lean and stressful existence. The cost of energy, food, and basic services has made that fixed income feel smaller every single month. But when you pair that benefit with the 4% withdrawal rule from a $2 million portfolio, the picture changes dramatically. $2 million generates $80,000 of annual income. Combine that with your Social Security, and a household can have over $125,000 a year in retirement. That is the level of income that allows for travel, quality healthcare, and the ability to help your children and grandchildren without fear. It is the difference between surviving and truly thriving. It is the difference between choosing what you want to eat and checking the prices on every single item. One of the most powerful tools you have in your final years of work is the decision of when to walk away. We call this the one more year strategy. By working just 1 or 2 extra years beyond your planned retirement date, you allow your largest balance to compound at its highest rate. Think about the math of a $2 million portfolio growing at 10%. In just 12 extra months, you could potentially add $200,000 to your nest egg. You also increase your Social Security check and reduce the number of years you need to draw from your savings. For many people, that final push is what moves them from the category of average to the category of the top 2%. It gives you a margin of safety that protects you against market downturns and unexpected health issues. It is about finding the balance between enjoying your life today and protecting the person you will be 10 years from now. Wealth is not just a number on a screen. It is the freedom to wake up and decide how you will spend your time without checking your bank balance first. Imagine a life where you are no longer trading your hours for dollars. Imagine a life where your stress levels drop because you know your bills are covered for the rest of your life. This is the ultimate prize for the discipline and consistency you show today. As we move deeper into this decade, the gap between those who planned and those who hoped will only continue to grow. The choices you make this month and this year will determine which side of that gap you end up on. If you found this information valuable and want to take control of your financial future, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps our channel grow and allows us to keep producing this content for you. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you never miss a deep dive into these financial realities. We want to hear from you, so please share your thoughts in the comments about what steps you are taking to reach your retirement goals in 2026. Are you focusing on liquid assets, or are you still relying on your home equity? Remember, the second million comes faster than the first, but only if you stay in the game long enough to see it. Stop chasing the newest and flashiest trends. Focus on building real, liquid wealth that works for you. Prioritize the security of your future over the temporary thrills of today. Wealth is built in the shadows through quiet discipline and long-term thinking. Stay consistent, stay disciplined, and stay focused on the freedom that true financial independence provides. Thank you for watching and for being a part of this community. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care and plan wisely for the years ahead.